Hello, I'm Rosalind Z. Morris, and I would just like to say thanks to you for coming out and watching this video. And if you like this video, I want you to do two things for me. That is to, number one, like it, and number two, share this video. So what I want to talk about on today is being aware. Being aware is being alert, being knowledgeable, being watchful of something. And what I want to talk about also is friendships, relationships. Having the right person or the right people in your life is everything. Having the right person in your life is necessary. Just the same as having the wrong people in your life can be very detrimental. And shall I say, label the wrong people as being toxic individuals. With friendships, I would like to first of all say that a friendship should never be one way. A friendship should be two-way. There should not just be one person doing everything in the relationship. They are doing everything to nurture the relationship, to grow the relationship. Each individual should be coming together. As a lot of times in relationship, there's always one person that does all the calling, or one person that does always the texting. It should not be that way. If you're friends, at some point, the person that's doing all the texting, all the calling, they should reciprocate that. They should in return receive that back. And right now, what I'm just talking about is just basic relationships. I'm not dealing with, for now, just romantic, just friendships in general. You know, two ladies that are friends. The concern that friend have for you, you should have that same concern for that friend as well. A lot of times in relationships, as you heard stated, they are one-sided. You have one person that outwardly shows their affection, their concern for that individual. If that person is sick or that person is down, that other person is going to be there. There's a saying, "Hey girl, I got you. I got your back." That other person should receive that as well. You have to be aware of relationships or friendships that you're in, and you're doing all the work. It is you that is making sure that you're calling that person, you're checking up on them, or you're always the one that's, when you go out to lunch, you're always the person that's paying for the lunch. I want you to be aware of that. Be aware of that, because sometimes you can be so caught up in just having that friend. A lot of times people do things. They do things to get friends. They do things to keep friends. A lot of times it starts out, kids are in elementary school and they're the person that doesn't have any friends. Nobody wants to be their friend. They're shy. So later on they learn, hey, mom, will you buy candy for the class? So if you're that person that had your mom to buy candy for the class, then the students was like, oh wow, they're cool. You know, that makes them start looking at you in a different light, especially if you do it on more than one occasion. You can become popular. So a lot of times that's what people have done. They've learned that. And it reminds me of the scripture over in Proverbs. It says your gift will make room for you. And over in ancient times, before you could even have an audience with the king, you had to bring a gift. And in the Greek, if you look at it and search it, there's a definition that says bribery. So a lot of people have done things to lure people to become their friend. They're doing things, and a lot of times people go out and somebody say, "Hey, I got everybody." They give you a ticket, or they go out and just say, "Hey, man, I got this, whatever, whatever." A lot of times, their motives are not always pure. They have an agenda, because usually what people, for most people, hear me really, really good. And a lot of you are innocent when you're lured in by this tactic. Um, when that person does that, that makes you think of them in a different light. You're kind of attracted because they're doing things for you. And a lot of times people will look at you and they will see maybe there's a need, maybe see where you're down. And so that's an opening for them to come in and begin to gain your confidence, because you genuinely think what they're doing is pure. You genuinely think that they really, really are concerned. But what it really is to help build their kingdom or build their status with you. And they do that. I'm going back to the kid in elementary school that had their parent to start buying candy for the other students in the classroom. What it does when you start, a lot of times when people start doing things like that, it makes them become more popular. It makes them begin to build more, per se, friends or followers or whatever you want to call it. So I'm saying you have to be you have to be aware of that, because a lot of times when people do things and they'll often say, "Well, I did this, so you owe me." When a person does something for you or give you something, it should be with no strings attached. We shouldn't feel obligated to pay them back or do anything, because if their motive was pure, then they don't expect anything from you. Be aware of those relationships. You got to be aware of those things. You have to be aware of a toxic person, I want to call them, for number one, what we call bloodsuckers. Some of you are in relationships where people are literally sucking the life out of you. They're pulling on you when they call you. They always want you to a certain degree. They want you to give to them, to take them places, to do things for them. And you feel obligated. And there's a sense of, what you probably can't see is a sense of control. They do things, they call with a sad story, they manipulate you to play on your emotions where you feel obligated to do things. Bloodsuckers, moochers, it's just a number of things that we can call them. And I want you to be aware of these people that you call your friend. You got to be mindful of who's in your circle, who you really call a friend, because a friend, as I forestated, they're going to be there for you. They're going to do things from you. They're not going to be takers. Some people are only in relationships based upon what you can do for them, what you can give them, and that should not be the case. You have people that are narcissists. Narcissists, as the saying said, these people have looked in, what do they say? A pool of water, saw a reflection of themselves, and they've fallen in love with themselves, meaning that all they are concerned about is themselves. All they're concerned about is themselves. They don't have empathy. They don't understand the needs of others. It's only strictly about themselves. So in any situation, they're going to always be right. You will be wrong. They will be the type that they can do something wrong. They will never apologize, because it's going to be you. They play victim. They will never take accountability for the things that they have said or done. In essence, you're losing, it's a losing battle. You will never win. You'll never win in those situations. And you have to be aware of those things. And again, some of you are in relationships where you're being controlled. People play mind games with you. You can start telling them that they are wrong in what they've done, and they will flip the script and they will make you think you are crazy and what you're saying, or what you think you saw and heard, or what you think you saw them do. It's literally not right. These people are very, they know game. They know how to try to wiggle their way out of things. They're full of deceit. They know your weaknesses and they will play up on them. And you have to be very aware. And a lot of times when you see things in these relationships that are not right, and you see things that you literally know are not right, and maybe some people try to even warn you of not to even get in the relationship, but because the time that you had invested, and a lot of times people are proud. You think you can see better than what others are seeing because a lot of times you're basing that up on maybe the intimacy that you have with this person, or maybe because of stuff and things that they have given you. So you're drawn in, it's like, oh no, we got it going on. What everybody else is seeing is incorrect. You don't know him or her like the way I know them, but they try to warn you, and as you begin to see things, you kind of try to dismiss it, or your pride will not allow you to come out of the relationship, because it will validate that maybe it was your mom or your dad or a best friend tried to warn you, they're not a good fit for you, or what I see, him or her are not good, but because your pride tells you, if I let them know, if I pull out, they will say, hey, I told you it was not right. I'm saying to you, put down your pride, be wise, walk away, get out of these type of relationships because they are not good for you. A lot of you are not living and being the person that you were created to be, or the person that you once was before attaching yourself to these individuals. You're now in such you're serving this other individual, and it has become very stressful to you. It has become very disheartening to you. You are not happy because you are trying to, or you have to, and you're being controlled to do everything to make this other individual happy. And some of you have experienced some physical abuse. Maybe not that, but it's mental abuse, where these people literally abuse you, and they talk down to you, and they call you all types of names. And some of you feel like there is nobody else. If you get out of a relationship, a lot of you are afraid of being by yourself. You need somebody. Some of you go from relationship to relationship. You never get healed. And so a lot of times you keep attracting the same thing. And a lot of times, as I said, people can pick up on when you're weak. People can pick up on when you have certain issues. Those type of people can pick it up. And you are a prey. Bloodsuckers and certain moochers and people like that. People can pick up on a weakness, and they know how to come in. They are very skilled in what they do. They study human behavior. And so you are a prey. They come to prey upon you. I just want to encourage somebody on today upon listening to in this video, and we could go a whole lot deeper, but I don't plan to be on here very long. You want to get out of these type of relationships because they are not good for you. Mentally, they're not good for you. Physically, they're not good for you at all. If you find yourself in that situation and you don't know how to get out, find somebody that you can talk to, that you can confide in, that you can trust, because when you are in that, usually you're very weak. You don't have the strength. You don't have the boldness to walk away because of the mind games that these type of people will often play upon you. They will begin to cry. They will begin to talk about how much they need you and all of the wonderful things that they can that you've done for them, and doing life will not be the same unless you're in my life, and all these other scripts they given. And just know this: they run game. You won't be their last. I hate to use this word, but I want to be nice about it, not to offend, but you won't be their last victim. Get out. Get out. Get out of it. Get healed from it. Get made whole. There's some of you have been in relationships. You're not getting healed. You're not being made whole. So there's a pattern. There's a cycle. You keep finding yourself being attracted to the same type of person, different face, same spirit, and you're wondering why there's such a repeat, because you haven't learned, you haven't gotten healed. Again, a friendship, they're different, going back to friendships. Just be aware if you're doing all the work. And again, I'm not just talking about in romantic relationships, just friendship, women and women, guys and guys, there should be a two-way. You should not always be doing the work. If you're the one that's always doing everything, I challenge you, or I say to you, to reevaluate that relationship. The relationship should be beneficial to both individuals, and each individual should have the other person's best interest at heart. That the individual should be happy for you. Likewise, you should be happy for them. In their time of need, you should be there to support them, and likewise, it should be the same for them. So some relationships, they are not good. They don't serve you. So check your circle. Check what you call a friend. A friend love it at all times. So again, some people are very selfish, and a person that is selfish, they can never be what you need them to be to you. So never be afraid to be by yourself, because hey, be by yourself for a moment, but if you wait on God, God will send you good people in your life. God will send you a good mate, or a good husband, or a good wife. Don't feel like that person, if it didn't work out with them, that's it for you. As I always say, God is bigger than that, and he can do things much bigger and better than what you or I haven't even experienced before. So be aware. Be aware of these toxic people. Be aware of the things that they do, the games that they do, the schemes that they do. Just be aware. Be mindful. Observe people. A lot of times people say things, but there's a saying, action speaks louder than words. Pay attention to what they do. And always watch a person that's always, in the conversation, is always talking about themselves. They're always talking about themselves. Everything is about them. It's about them and about them. They're supposed to be your friend. And they literally never take out the time and say, hey, how are you? How was your day? How are things going for you? How's your business going? How's your ministry going? How's your family doing? How are your kids? How's your husband? What's going on great with you? They never take the opportunity to ask you about you, but it's all about them and how grand everything is going on and what they have accomplished. It's all about me, I. And you never hear the word you. What's going on with you? Watch that. Watch it. I want you to watch that. Just pay attention. Some things I'm dropping in this video, I want you to just kind of reevaluate some people and some things. Because a lot of things, what you think are real, are really not. You got some fake friends. You got some fake friends. Some of you got some fake friends. So it is what it is. And I'll say this. Real knows real. And real knows fake. And only the people that are real, you can connect and know exactly what I'm talking about. We can discern. And usually when real people connect and they meet each other for the first time, there's usually, and I can't even get that word out, but an instant connection. You never met, but the conversation and things, you pretty much can pick up on who's authentic and who's not. I just wanted to share that with you. A lot can be learned, a lot can be gained, even by the words that I've released. Be aware. Be aware. I tell you, again, I say, good people, good friendships it's everything. It's necessary. It is vital. But toxic people, they ruin things. They can make life miserable for you. And with toxic people comes drama. It comes drama. It comes drama. And I don't like drama. I don't like drama. I like to dwell in peace. I like to dwell in peace. I certainly do. I like peace. I love my peace. Drama, So, I'm going to end this video. And as I said in the beginning, if you enjoyed this video, or if you feel it be beneficial to somebody else, do 2 things for me. 2 things, 2 simple things. All it requires is you taking your fingers, yes, your fingers, like this video, and share this video. I just want to say to those of you that are watching and to those of you that will watch, thank you so much for taking out your time and watching this video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.